Okay. Okay. All right. We back. What's up? AJ Wrights Crypto here. Appreciate you all. Wednesday, February 12th. As you can see, I'm donning my Super Bowl AJ Brown Eagles jersey. EAGLES Eagles. That's stuck in my head. Man, what a game. What a game. My mother, die-hard Eagles fan. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Had fourth row right in the Eagles end zone. The pick six interception, saw the whole thing. There is more to the Eagles story than I'm telling right now. That will all come out in the truth when there will be a time when this whole thing, man, it's hard for me. There's a lot of moving parts. I'm having the best start to a year and the worst start to a year I think I ever had. So I am going to start. I don't even know where to start this stream. Actually, I'm at, I want to talk about crypto. I want to talk about charts. I want to talk about the coins I'm buying. I want to talk about the total. I want to talk about inflation. I want to talk about Hester Pierce and meme coins. I want to talk about rate cuts. I want to talk about everything. But I have been left with no choice but to address the elephant in the room. Okay. Do Mooser. You know what? If you want to become a mod, I don't have a problem with that. I've seen your name in here a million times. Add as a moderator, standard moderator, save, and you are now a mod. All right, congratulations. So I do have to address the elephant in the room. I don't really know where to start. I got to start somewhere. And Desert, you didn't miss much other than me talking about the Eagles and the Super Bowl. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to Karen, man. Shout out to Karen. When we got to our seats, she cried her eyes out, gave me the biggest hug. My pop, her dad, Robert was his name. She brought his beanie. So Pop was at the game with us. And it was a magical thing to watch, to see the Eagles win their second Super Bowl in the house with my mom. And I think if I ever took my mom to another Eagles Super Bowl, it wouldn't be as good as that one, because the Eagles just got the first touchdown and walked away with that game. It was a dominating performance. And even if we do other Super Bowls in the future, I don't think it could possibly be as awesome as that one. So yeah, shout out to Karen. I know that. So the giveaway, I'm not going to do any giveaway announcements tonight. I have been traveling a lot today. I'm probably going to do the giveaways tomorrow. I'm going to announce all the giveaways because I've been traveling a lot. I went to the first UFC fight of the year. Actually had my Cybertruck on display in the fan experience plaza of the first UFC fight of the year. We had to ship the truck out there. We flew out and then we drove home. And, we hung out in Arizona. We kind of worked our way back across the states. Jada's halfway, appointment for the baby was the day we got back. And then that next morning, I got on an airplane and went to the Super Bowl. And I just came back to Atlanta now. That's kind of the timeline and why, I was kind of doing videos remote. And I haven't been able to do a full content schedule right now. I am going to be back to as a regular content schedule as possible. I will finish out the week here. And then I will be leaving this studio. So let's kind of I've been doing some serious traveling and it's been really nice. And in terms of the giveaways, there are giveaways that I announced that I haven't been able to finish up with. I will never ghost a giveaway in the history of ever. Why would I do that? I want to give back to my audience. Of course, I mean, I'm giving away $5,000 for the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Sure, you guys, I'm not going to tell you how much I bet on the game, but I will tell you one day. but I mean, you can kind of use your imagination since I'm giving away $5,000. And there was some confusion about that giveaway right here, because I got a bunch of DMs. Is it just one person? You should give more out. How do we know you're not just getting to give $5,000 to a friend of yours? How do we blah, 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 blah. There were a lot of people messaging me kind of upset about the semantics of the Super Bowl. Why would you only give 5,000 to one person? And since I didn't pick a winner yet, I left it to a vote. I said, you know what? I'll let you guys decide. So we had 918 votes, and the winner went to 10 winners, $500. So I am going to use Twitter Picker to do that. I'll do that maybe tonight or tomorrow morning, and I will announce the winners of this giveaway and the other giveaways from the UFC fight. The Algorand giveaway hasn't been set up yet, but I am interviewing John tomorrow, which will be really cool, and I'll have that video out this weekend, and all the giveaways will be caught up tomorrow. I just wanted to get that out of the way before I get into everything else. All right. So Lee, Bam, C. Daniel leaving studio and going to ... your own ? All right. So let's acknowledge. I am going to kind of use Twitter to tell some of the story here. Here's the tweet. Let me pull it up on the screen. Let's acknowledge that I'm about to become a father for the first time. I'm going to have a little girl. Her name's going to be Aria. And that is my main priority right now. Mainly keep taking care of Jada, my lovely fiance, and making sure she's well fed and well rested and happy, and whatever I can do to accommodate her needs, I will be doing that. That is my number one focus right now. It absolutely has to be family first. All right. So Jada and I, when I leave here Saturday, Sunday, I'll be setting up a flex set at my spot here in Georgia. At some point, so this month we will be going to Washington for the UFC fight. I will be attending ETH Denver and the Karate Combat fight at ETH Denver. I am sponsored by Karate Combat. Big shout out to them. And then in April, I will be going to the UFC fight in Miami. We're doing a 4Ocean cleanup with VeChain. It's literally going to be 2 people from 4Ocean, Sonny Liu, the founder of VeChain, myself, a couple other people from VeChain, and 3 people from the UFC, one of which is Dana White himself. I get to hang out with Dana and clean up the ocean all at the same time. Pretty rad shit. So I still have some more travels to do. Once that's done, probably April, May-ish, we will be moving temporarily to Washington State, Orcas Island specifically. I have family there. Jada has family there. Jada and I met on that island. We got engaged on that island. It's a special place in my heart. And Jada wants to be close to her family, for the first 6 months to a year after having the baby, which makes complete sense. I'm totally trying to accommodate. I would like to live East Coast USA, Philly, Maryland, Delaware, probably Delaware because there's no state tax there. But I'm still young. I still want to ride my dirt bike. I still want to go to hardcore shows. I still want to hang out with my friends. I have a really good ecosystem in Maryland. People don't understand the life I had before crypto and how big of a deal it was for me to move to Georgia in the first place. That was big. I mean, guys, I rip a dirt bike. And I was literally doing crypto and racing on the weekend, winning a lot of races up until the point I moved to Georgia. And it was just damn, I literally turned my back on my happy place to go for this crypto thing. And it worked out, thank God. But at the same time, it's I do want to do the things I love to do, but I need to prioritize my family first. I need to have my baby. I need to make sure Jada's okay. We're going to be on the island for 6 months to a year. And then from there, we'll go from there. All right. And, kind of transitory, temporary thing. And I think the move was coming regardless of the Ben situation. That move was going to happen either way. Although he made my decision a lot easier. I'll tell you that. So let's get into this because I want to talk about crypto, but I do have to, I have to defend myself, and I have to give a version of the truth right now. Considering this is a sensitive situation, I'm worried about Ben, despite him lying about some things, dragging my name through the dirt, despite him coming into this studio, this office, and punching my computer. This screen I'm looking at is massively cracked. This corner, this top, where the camera's cracked, a big crack across the middle. This screen, this is a $7,000 computer I just got. He came into my office and Hulk smashed my office. For no reason, by the way. For no reason. He destroyed this computer. Despite that, I'm still defending him. I'm still in his corner because I know that he's not in a right mind right now. I'm worried about his mental health. I'll say that much. And he also went on his live stream and read my court affidavit. Well, first he put it on the internet, and then he read out my court affidavit. And let's be very clear about this court affidavit. He said that I was scared to post this court affidavit. Well, you're not supposed to tweet court affidavits. That's for court. That's for court affidavit to help him in his case. The deal with Ben and TJ, okay? I feel that Ben is correct when he says that TJ stole from him. That is yet to be proven in court, but I very publicly took Ben's side on that and left the Hit Network and came to work for Ben. And they asked me, hey, can you write an affidavit kind of telling your version of the story to help us in court? I wrote that to help Ben. So I did, of course, the good friend I am. All right. And so then a year and a half later, he's like, he goes through the affidavit and says, oh, AJ's so right about this. AJ made me look really good right here. Listen to him. But this part of the affidavit, totally wrong. That didn't happen. Blah, 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 blah. He read through the affidavit, and basically the only bad things that he says about me is that I took a picture of him and Cassie when I got on the airplane to Rare Evo. Guys, I didn't send that picture to anybody. I didn't even send that picture to Jada. I was just on my phone and they were in first class. I was like, hey, click, messing around, joking. Like he like wants to think that that moment was like this big deal, that I was like spying on him. And like dude, like the whole affair thing, like, hey man, like you kind of, all right. And no, I don't judge, man, but like, you can't be mad at everyone that you did that. Like the what frustrates me to no ends about Ben Armstrong is that no matter what the situation, no matter what it was, he is unable to take an ounce of accountability for anything that he's done. There's always a reason why something happened, and he's always the victim, period. According to him, he has never done a thing wrong, ever. And it's just like, hey man, like you did make mistakes. You did make mistakes. All right. We are merely humans, people. We are merely humans. And it's like, it's okay to admit fault. Like there's a lot of things that I'm not going to go into that I could be petty right now, guys. I could be so petty right now. I could, yeah, I really could, but I'm not going to, because even now, despite him pulling my name through the dirt, despite him thinking I betrayed him, despite him Hulk smashing my $7,000 computer, I'm still not. I think the Wi-Fi is rough. I'm sorry about that. I think it's better now. I see the Wi-Fi connection's weird. But my point, despite the transgressions against me, I'm still defending him, and even now, because of the sensitivity of the situation. All right. So back to the court affidavit. He said that I accepted bribe money from TJ, and he made the leap in logic that because TJ sent me $5,000, because that wasn't TJ's money to give, that I should give him $5,000. He even went to as far to say that I stole from him. I stole from him. Okay, bro. You want $5,000, bro? Like, that's what we're at. That's where we are now. $5,000. Like, man, $5,000. No. So this is what happened. Ben and TJ started to break up. I was still at Hit Network before Rare Evo. And the entire time at Hit Network, it was always made very clear in the office. TJ and Ben said to us at various team meetings that, hey, there is an emergency fund here at Hit Network for you guys. If anything happens to your home, if anything happens to your car, if anything happens, you can't pay your bills in case of emergency, that there is a fund for you guys in case of emergency. All right. And at the time, I had a POS silver Chevy Cruze that was not doing too hot. And as you guys know, I did not get paid much money at Hit Network. I got paid in exposure. at Hit Network. I did not get paid much money. It was very hard for me to pay rent. It was very hard for me to do much of anything other than learn about crypto and learn my craft. And ultimately, I built what I built, but it didn't happen overnight. It took time. All right. So basically, I went to TJ as the breakup started to happen. And at that time, before Rare Evo, TJ was saying there will be a pathway for Ben to come back. This probably isn't forever. Ben will be coming back. So I said, okay. I told TJ about my car. It was really hard for me to get to work. I was asked DZ, asked Nick Demondi. They all gave me rides home on more than one occasion because my car was broken. I had to Uber to work. I had to have Drew come pick me up. My car was broken down. Okay. And I told TJ, hey man, like I'm really having trouble getting to work because my car is broken. Like, I don't know what to do. I never went to TJ with my hand out. I never said, TJ, can I have money? Not once. I said, hey, my car is broken. I don't know what to do. And I woke up, basically, I think it was the day before we left to go to Rare Evo, TJ sent $5,000 to my MetaMask. I didn't ask for it. He sent it unprompted. He just sent the money. And I was like, hey, did you send me $5,000? He said, yeah, for your car. And I was like, damn, thanks, dude. Like, that was actually, he did me a solid. Ben is convinced that was bribe money. But really, that was for the car. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to get to work. You know what I mean? So despite the timing of the situation, was it odd that TJ sent that money once the fight started between them? Sure. Could you perceive that money as TJ trying to get me on his side? Yeah, you could say that. But in my mind, I couldn't get to work without a vehicle. In my mind, I needed a car so I could get to work, period. I didn't look at it as bribe money. And it was always said that there was an emergency fund in case for emergencies at work. That's what I believe, that money was out of that emergency fund, period. But for Ben to contort and twist that into, you stole from me, that's not how that works, bro. That's not how that works. Like, you act as if TJ isn't also a millionaire, despite before him stealing whatever, or stealing or not stealing, whatever he did or didn't do. TJ has money. Okay. So, but you know, if it'll really make him feel better for me to send him merely $5,000, Ben, I'll send you $5,000, bro. If that's the deal breaker for you, our friendship's worth $5,000. No problem. No problem. All right. So basically that was it. He read my affidavit. He says, oh, listen to AJ here because this part, he makes me look good. But right here, don't listen to AJ. He has no credibility. So where did our relationship go sour? Where did it go sour? Okay. Well, first of all, he says that when I first jumped ship from Hit Network to work for him, he holds it over my head that he paid me. Okay, yeah, he paid me for a couple months because I had very bad income at Hit Network, and he kind of filled that gap for me while I got my channel started. He paid me for probably 3 months, but he acts like I didn't do anything for him. I don't know if you guys remember when we were at that other office, we did a show for months called Crypto Crossfire. And every day, J Chains and I put our heads together and made that show happen. And Ben showed up at the last minute, like, what's the show today? J Chains and I did Crypto Crossfire, and Ben just showed up and freestyled the topic. All right. But for him to act like I didn't work at all for the money he paid me is a complete lie, because we did Crossfire for months. And why did Crossfire end? Because every day I had better arguments than him. And when the audience voted at the end of the day, more times than not, the audience voted for my take. I'm really good at arguing. I'm really good at getting my facts together. We were having basic arguments, Solana or Cardano, what ETF will be approved first, stuff like that. And that show ended because he freaked out on me. And that was the thing that it was, because my argument was better than him. And he got basically upset, and he thought that his audience was turning on him and all this stuff. He just kind of ran with it. And then I was like, all right, well, we can't do Crossfire anymore. Don't ever yell at me again. I'm done with this. I'm done with that show. And then we came to this office here. And by the time I got my channel going to the point where I had my own income, he stopped paying me. And then by that point, I had my Femex deal. I was working out the details of my media deal with Algorand. I was working out the details of my media deal with VeChain. I was starting to my contacts at Karate Combat. I was making money. And to be fair, CryptoFace, Market Cipher, dude, if it wasn't for CryptoFace, AJ Writes Crypto wouldn't be a channel. AJ Writes Crypto would not be a channel. He was the first person I called. He had my back from absolutely day one. And without CryptoFace, I wouldn't be here, period. All right. So big thank you to him. So Ben stopped paying me. And he said, when he stopped paying me, he said, AJ, you don't owe me any rent or anything. We want you to be here. We want to continue collaboration with here, but the court stuff's really expensive. We can't afford to pay you anymore. And I said, dude, that's fine. I don't need you to pay me anymore. Thank you for the few months that you did keep me above water. I appreciate it. And that I don't feel bad about that, because I did Crossfire with him. I spent hours of every day working on a show that was on his channel. That money wasn't stolen or anything of the sort. All right. So I did what I could. Yeah, big shout out to CryptoFace, man. So the Goodie thing. All right. So we were live here on the show, and so Ben has J Chains to help him. Well, I have a friend named Goodie. And basically what happened is that Ben was under the impression that Goodie told Based, which was the crypto casino I would play on Sundays, that casino deal that I had. Ben was trying to get a deal with Based. Ben was asking for far too much money. And they ultimately never worked together. It's probably a good thing they never worked together, because those people were really hard to deal with. Nothing was ever good enough. I had a 6-month deal with them that ended after 3 months, and it was kind of a headache, and I wish I never did it. But hey, you make mistakes. And I was trying different content. I wanted to see if that would work. It was worth a shot. All right. But he was under the impression that Goodie told the people at Baze that Ben lost the stake deal. Good. In fact, the day it happened, I was live on the show. Ben came in here yelling during my live show, kicking Goodie out of the office. Well, you realize that Goodie didn't even know that Ben was mad at him. In fact, I didn't even know that Ben was mad at Goodie. And even if he was mad at Goodie, say Goodie did tell Based that Ben lost a stake deal. Even if he did do that, which he didn't, but even if he did, 6-7 months later, it shouldn't be a freak out, physically remove him, hitting his elbow on the door. I had to talk Goodie out of suing Ben. Like, Goodie's wasn't feeling too hot after he got physically removed from this office. How about hey man, can we talk about this discrepancy? not blah, 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 blah. All right. So that day was basically the last time I talked to Ben. I'm sure a lot of you remember that day. That was the last day I talked to him. And after the Goodie thing kind of calmed down, I went out there and talked to Ben. And he at first he kind of got in my face and he was mad. He was yelling and rah, rah, rah. He just kind of needs an excuse to freak out sometimes. All right. And I told Ben, I said, look, dude, couple things. What you think Goodie did, Goodie didn't do. 2, we need to, and this is when he first brought up that I stole from him the TJ money. You should pay me that money back. But he kind of used the Goodie thing as an excuse to explode on all the micro resentments he has made along the way. And I was just like, look, dude, we need to talk about this when you're not calm. When you're more calm, we need to have like a real conversation, because like you can't be freaking out on me like this. And if you ever get in my face again, we're going to have problems. We're going to have problems. There was a part of me that wanted to monetize the situation and make a karate combat fight and make money off of it and actually do that. That would have made a lot of sense. Everyone would have watched it. I'm sure a lot of you want to see it. And it would have been great for me, because I trained MMA for 6 years. I know what I'm doing. But then I realized that that's not the way to handle it at all. Because at the time I wasn't accounting for the manic state Ben was in. There's this quote that says, you know that there was a point in time in your childhood when you and all your friends went outside and played for the last time. It's a really powerful quote, because it's true. We all had that day when we all went out and played for the last time with our sandbox friends. The way I interpret that quote now is I don't know the last time I talked to my friend Ben. There is the Ben that we all know and love. And then there's this other guy who possesses his body and just is manic and freaks out and is not mature, and everyone's his enemy. He's going to burn every bridge. He's going to, blah, blah, blah. It's not a healthy thing. And it's not a place I want to be. It's not a thing I want to go through. It's not worth it. Like, dude, like we're grown adults, bro. We should be able to talk through any problem we have like men. But no, we have to freak out and yell and kick and scream and punch $7,000 computers and destroy people's property and be a child. Be a child. So that was the last time I talked to Ben. He said, we need to talk about this tomorrow. And I said, bet, let's talk tomorrow. I came to the office the next day. I popped my head out after his live stream ended. He said, I have to film this video. We'll talk after. I said, okay. He got on the phone. I don't know with who or about what. He was screaming at someone on the phone about something and stormed out of the office and left. And that was a bummer, because I flew to LA the next day for the beach. No. That was a bummer because I flew to Maryland for Christmas through 4 a.m. the next morning. So I wasn't able to talk to Ben in person. What happens next? My lung collapsed. I went to the hospital. I was in the hospital for 4 days. My lung collapsed. They had to reinflate my lung. A lot of you know that story. If you don't, just scroll through my Twitter feed. And, everyone had my back and supported me. People came out of the woodwork. People that you don't even think would still come. People came out of the woodwork to make sure I was okay. All right. Everyone came and made sure I was okay. I had phone calls directly from both Altcoin Daily brothers, from Wendy, from Loudmouth, Lifer, the whole crypto conference scene gave me a phone call while I was in the hospital and made sure I was okay. I don't think you guys understand the severity of what happened to me in that hospital. I almost died, guys. I almost died. I had multiple lung doctors look at what happened to me and come to me and look me in my eye and say, you got angels, kid. You have a reason to be here. For whatever, it's not your day, but you were close. Another day or two, you'd have been toast, buddy. You got angels, kid. I almost died. I don't want sympathy, but that actually happened, and it scared the shit out of me. And it helped me kind of recalibrate and see what was important. Ben didn't as much as text me. Supposedly one of my best friends didn't even send me a text message. And he was aware that it happened. J-Chains told him. All right. So time goes by, and I sent Ben a text from the book tour. The book tour happened 2 years ago. And there was this funny moment in Las Vegas where this really old Asian woman kept, like, 80-year-old Asian woman was like hanging on him and like kissing him on the cheek. And it was like a big joke. And she was like kind of the winner of the whole book tour. She's a legend. And I sent Ben that picture, and I was like, shout out to the real legend of the book tour, kind of trying to like extend the olive branch. Like, hey, we still haven't spoken yet. I still haven't heard from you. I've been in the hospital for 4 days, but you still said nothing despite everyone else telling me something. Let's connect. And then at 4 a.m. the next day, no, a week goes by, and then at midnight, he sends me this random text message. You need to come get your stuff, brother. That's what he texted me. Nothing else, no phone call, no nothing. And then I knew better. I'm not going to respond to that text message because it was really late at night. And Ben tends to not sleep for a couple of days sometimes. And when he gets manic like that, the last thing you want to do is getting to a text or phone call conversation. Ben's the kind of guy you got to look him in the eye and talk to him in person, or he'll like go hard. He'll say things over the phone he won't say to you in person. And so I decided to not touch it because I had a bunch of traveling to do. And I was like, hey man, like I'm going to deal with this when I get home. I'm going to deal with this when I get home. And I didn't think that, the Hulk would come in here and smash my computer to bits, but that happened. I didn't think that he would randomly tweet my affidavit. I didn't think that he would go on his live stream, which he deleted. But thank God I recorded it just for the sake of doing it. Kind of using my affidavit that I wrote to help him a year and a half ago as evidence. The thing I did to help you use now as evidence to why I don't have credibility when the whole thing made you look good. When the only real things you were mad about was the money from TJ, which I told you was for my car, and that I absolutely needed that money. There was an emergency fund to hit network. Wash my hands with that. If you really want $5,000, I'll send you $5,000, bro. That's totally fine. But and then there was the picture of on the plane that I took of Cassie. That's it. Other than that, it's just my affidavit. So it's like so basically, yeah, that guy, he's not a true friend to you. 100%, dude. I've been bending over backwards. I've been bending over backwards to protect his image, even in public, to our colleagues, to our friends. I still, try my best, but like, I'm worried about him. I'm worried of him to, going on Twitter and saying goodbye. Like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't do that, bro. You don't just make people think you're going to do something crazy. That's not okay. That's not okay. And it's just like, it's just even now, it's such a manipulated situation that even now, I'm not telling you very important facts. I am purposely leaving out heavy details to protect him. Now, I'm looking at a cracked $7,000 computer that he smashed. And I'm still not telling the entire story to protect him. That's it. That's it. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. I don't know where he is. If he storms in this door and tries to punch me in the face, there's going to be a fight. But other than that, that's it. I wish it didn't come to this. All of this, and this is an example of when me and Jada used to call it microaggressions, where you have little interactions with people that kind of piss you off, but you don't like go into it. You kind of just suppress it. An hour goes by. It's fine. You move on. Anytime you have a micro with someone, you need to address it. You need to get in front of it and talk about the truth and get down to it. Okay? Because if you don't do that, resentments build over time. And 100 times Ben could have come to me and had told me anything that he had a problem with. He could have come to me for money. He doesn't even realize that. Guys, I'm a millionaire, guys. I'm a millionaire. And what kills me about this whole thing is that with the TJ money, why is that a problem now? It wasn't a problem when it happened. You didn't ask me for that. Well, that wasn't TJ's money they give you. You didn't say that a year and a half ago, but now it's a problem. A year and a half later, when no one cares about this topic anymore. I hate that I have to waste my live stream talking about it. I want to talk about crypto. I want to talk about that sweet trade I nailed in a Telegram group, literally over the Super Bowl weekend. Nailed it. Crypto Face is trying to call me. Hey, I'm live streaming. Can I call you when I'm done? Yep, I'll text it to you right now. Yep. Got it. Bye. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, so what kills me about this is that all those things were a problem. If they were such a problem, why didn't we talk about them for the past year and a half? But now they're a problem. Now they're problems. And you know what really kills me is that, guys, I understand how upset Ben is that TJ did him dirty. I understand. Where is the stake money? What happened there? I get it. But here's the thing, man. Instead of Ben losing it over the past, let's realize that we got the office before this one and started Crossfire and all that, and he started his own new channel, and I started AJ Writes Crypto. That was all before the Bitcoin ETF even got approved. He still could have rebuilt if I went from him paying me $1,200 a week for 2 or 3 months to a millionaire inside of 2024 with a YouTube channel that doesn't even have 20,000 subscribers yet. He has a Twitter with almost 100K. He has a YouTube with more or less than 100K. He easily could have rebuilt in this past year and a half. He was so focused on making sure everyone believed his story. He was so focused on these people hurt me, I'm a victim, instead of just moving forward. We restarted before the Bitcoin ETF got approved. Like, that's what blows my mind, is that, like, dude, you could already have what you had and more if you just, focused on now instead of focusing on the past. I don't need this stress. I don't need this stress anymore. I'm about to be a father. Jada doesn't need this stress anymore. She is halfway there with our little girl. I wanted to come here and tell my story because I have always known that I think he wants to prove a point, says Ricky. I think he proved his point. Okay. If Ricky, you just go back and watch the stream, that question is answered. But I am leaving the office. I'm finishing the week here. I have verbal permission to finish the week here. And I'm moving out Saturday. All right. Thank God for, J Chains having friends to help me. I'm going to set up a flex set at my spot, and I'll try my best not to miss a beat with content. But I'm certainly going to be moving on. Even now, it is what it is. It is what it is. I know, tell the truth, AJ. There are things I literally can't say right now. There are things I literally can't say, and I'm saying that out of his best interest. We've always known every time Ben has a public breakup with someone, it's always this big deal. Oh, this person wronged me. This person. I always knew that every time he breaks up with someone, it gets dirty. It gets dirty. And he has already started that shit with me. If it goes further, I'm going to have to play the hands that I'm keeping. I'm going to have to play the cards I'm keeping close to my chest. I'm going to have to play those cards. I don't want to. I still want him to get the help he needs. I still want him to find his true north. And I would like him to stick around and be with us for this bull run. I don't want things to get more messy than they already are. I'm not that kind of guy. It's not on brand for me to have a Twitter beef with someone. I want to make money, guys. I want to trade crypto. I don't want to fight with people on the internet. It's dumb. It's boring. It's low IQ shit is what it is. It's low matrix stuff. Providing for your family, helping other people, living a sober life. Those are the things that are important to me. I have found God in these past few months, ladies and gentlemen. I went to Catholic school as a baby, as kindergarten through 6th grade. I went to Catholic school, and the version of God that I had in my life, I was afraid of God. I thought I was going to die and burn and go to hell. And people, guys, the Oracle, I don't really care what you think or don't think. I'm the same person I always have been. And I think my real friends know that. It's not a story, bro. That's what happened. I bet you if I called TJ right now, he would tell you, yeah, I sent you that 5K for your car, because that's what happened. It's not like I stole from Ben. I didn't creep into his house and unlock his safe and take anything from him at all. I didn't steal from anyone. That's just literally you believing a contorted version from a manic man. It's that simple, bro. It's that simple. So, there's that. There's that. And I'm not saying anything about I'm not saying anything about that. I'm not saying anything about that. But, yeah, that's basically it, guys. That's basically it. I want to see him get the help he needs. That's it. That's it. I don't want things to get more dirty than they already are. That's it. I will not be revisiting this story or this topic unless I absolutely have to. I hate wasting my time. I want to be constructive. I hate that everyone, people really love the drama, man. They love the drama. They eat it up. But that's never going to be the type of content creator I am. I want to be, I want to give people the advice they need to hear, not the advice they want to hear. I'm never going to be the guy that tells you, oh, XRP is going to 500, guys, because it's fucking not. XRP is not going to 500. If it goes to $12, you're lucky. I'm forever going to be the pragmatist. I'm forever going to manage expectations, because when people in crypto lie to you and tell you what you want to hear and they co-sign your bullshit, that's why in 2021 you rode it to the top. And what'd you do? You rode it to the bottom, because Bitcoin was going to 100K, right? It didn't. So I don't care to be I'd rather be the if you want to hear a trumped up version of, oh, we're going here, we're going to 50x, do that. Listen to that guy and ride it to the bottom. Or let's be pragmatic about this and try our best to pocket the 4 or 5x the market gives us at best. Okay. And if you want to, sell 80% and leave 20% in to get that crazy exposure, if in the event it happens, okay. But like what I think people are missing about the crypto market right now is this right here. This is the total crypto market cap, the total right here, $3.01 trillion from 2021. When we pumped in November, and even now, we are still above that previous high. Okay. Here is the trend line right here. If we plummeted today, we could hold 2.5 trillion and technically still be respecting that uptrend. The truth is, if we lose this uptrend like we did here, bear market, and then we start another uptrend when however long it takes. I also want you to think of 2025 like we navigated 2024. We had our pump. It took 6-7 months. And guess what? We maintained a big level right here. We didn't lose this level, which has been tested several times in the previous market. Here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Okay? We held that level. We held that floor. All right? So I want you to think of 2025 like we went through 2024. It would be a really big deal to hold this level. We're still holding it now. If we lose it, what then? Well, I would say this is a pretty big level, mainly because this was a local high here from the early 2024 March pump, and it was above this peak here. But even when we had our initial run, guys, this is 2021 from here to here. And in 2021, we had this local high. We crashed. How far did we crash in 2021? Oh, 53% in 87 days. And then we had leg 2 of the bull market, which was the blow off top, 152% in 146 days. So let's kind of look at that. Like, what if we had a 52% loss from this top? That would be 101.77 trillion. And that would be us holding this support resistance line right here from these wicks right here. So if we had this drop now from this being the top, we would stop here. All right. So, and it's not like we haven't had 30% dips in every bull market we've ever had in the history of ever. Right. So, I would like us to hold this uptrend. But I think that we are still trying to find our feet here in crypto. I think that the total crypto market cap, the new floor, will forever be higher. I don't know if we're ever going to end up back down in the 1 trillions. I think we'll probably always stay above 2 trillion, because this is right here is like 1.9. I would like to stay above that. Maybe even 3 trillion will become the new floor. But I fear that, and we've always known, based off the Bitcoin halving cycle, guys, Q3 to Q4 has always been the projected top for the Bitcoin halving cycle. The top being a year and a half after the halving has been on the money every time leading into this bull market. So I don't think that the November, December pump, I don't think that was the bull market top. I believe that there is an argument to even start scaling back in now. Even if we fall more from here, even if we buy today, we fall more from here, but we're still going to sell over here. We're still going to eventually be higher than today at some point this year based off the Bitcoin halving cycle. So, it's one of those things where you got to be careful, one day at a time, navigate the market as you see fit. Of course, the day traders are always going to make their money. If you have an edge on the market, if you're day trading the market, you're always going to have an edge. You're always going to be making money, period. That's where I come in. That's what I like to do. I've been making some really good trades lately. I would like to talk about that stuff, but I did kind of want to give you my market overview. We have had inflation surges to 3%, comes in better than expected. But crypto still tumbles down from there. And I think that that we still haven't found our feet with crypto. We're making progress towards having dead set regulation, but we still don't have it like locked in yet. But we will, and I think that all just takes time. Time takes time. You know, you guys are hilarious. JCAJ, will you be streaming more in the coming days a week? Yes, I will. So like I said, I have verbal permission. I'm going to finish this week. Last streams in the studio. I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to stream Friday. I might even throw in an additional members only on Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, I will be breaking the studio down. I will be making a flex set at my spot, and I will be streaming there as much as possible. Obviously, when we have the baby in June, I will do probably like abbreviated weeks. I might like live stream twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. Maybe I'll do like 2 live streams plus the members only, right when the baby stuff really picks up, and I'll still make like required content from myself. But yeah, but obviously, I'm still going to prioritize the channel. I'm still going to prioritize my career. I'm not going anywhere. No matter what happened or doesn't happen, I will forever be a crypto content creator, regardless of how much people think I change, or regardless how many millions of dollars I make from here, or how many more millions, I should say. I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm always going to keep it 100 with you. I'm always going to tell you a sober version of the way I perceive things. I am a sober man. I have been sober for a very long time, more than 5 years. That means the world to me. I have found my true north in my sobriety. I found God. I pray to him every day, and I pray that he helps our friend Ben navigate the situation he's in, despite his transgressions against me, despite the bad things he said about me and my name, despite him smashing my computer. I hope he finds a way. Hurt people. That's probably my favorite quote in the history of everything. Hurt people. And right now, guys, Ben is a hurt person. He's an angry man. And it's one of those things that you hate to see your friend struggle. You wish you could help them. You wish you could, get through to them, but sometimes they're not there right now. You got to let people find their own true north, and we can pray for them. I prayed for him every day. I smashed my computer. I still prayed for him. It is what it is, man. It's just stuff. So it is what it is. Let me check out these super chats here. Desert Crypto, is that the first one? Smash the like buttons. Hey man, I appreciate that, Desert. Thank you. Being a member of the Grogger gang. Crypto Mojo, calling it drama downplays the seriousness. That's well said. It's not just drama. This is a serious situation. And like I said, the sensitivity of this situation and the fluid nature of the situation is why I'm only able to tell the version of the story you guys heard. Of course, I immediately am going to correct the straight up lies Ben told about me on his stream, saying that I stole from him, saying, really he's just mad about the picture on the airplane, which is the dumbest thing to be mad about. It's literally so insignificant. But there's a lot more to it than just me and Bren's friendship. That's actually like the least important thing, in my opinion. I don't really give a damn anymore. But as a human, I'd like to see him get it together. Thanks for the sweet call. Should have put more into it, Tristan Gage. Hey man, that was a sweet one. Like I say, with the Telegram group, when I started the Telegram group, I would always post 6 charts at a time, these are all the things I'm looking at. And I realized that I was kind of overflowing people. People were missing the trades that popped, focusing on the trades that didn't. And I was giving people too much. And then I realized that, AJ, like, first of all, you don't have to be in a trade every day. If the market conditions aren't good, don't try to force the trade. And you find trades that are like really good trades, post those. And I mean, I can go through a million trades I gave on my Telegram group that were fire. Because my Telegram group are the charts I'm trading. I'm not just showing you charts. I'm showing you the charts I'm personally trading. All right. And the SWE call, man, that was sick. That was a great trade. And that's why people listen to me. That's how I've made the money I've made. Let's not forget why I have what I have in crypto. I don't really care about having a million followers. I don't care about being the most famous influencer. I don't care about being, quote, the best. I care about being consistent. I care about, having fun with my own trading, helping other people learn how to trade, educating other people, and eventually helping people how to turn basically nothing into becoming a millionaire. That's what I did. And I didn't, and no one did it for me. Guys, when I first got my writing job with Ben, I thought, oh, thank God, BitBoy is going to teach me how to trade. I'm going to be rich. Yeah, BitBoy is not very good at trading crypto. It turns out he's not good at leverage trading. I think he has good fundamentals, but in terms of leverage trading, no. He needs to not play with fire. But it's one of those things that, I have found my way by not getting myself involved with the drama, by not playing the click up game in the office, by not giving a shit who friends with who or who doesn't like. You know what I did? I put my headphones in. I listened to dark piano music with raindrops on YouTube, and I would read every article on Crypto Panic, and I would type sometimes multiple scripts a day. I've written over 400 videos for BitBoy Crypto. Let me say that again. I wrote over 400 videos for BitBoy Crypto. You don't do that because you're a dumbass. You don't do that because you don't know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I know crypto better than most. Am I the best? I don't give a shit about being the best. I give a shit about providing for my own family, buying the things that I want to buy, living a life that I want to live, and doing it as a sober man, doing it following a moral guideline, following God. That's what I want to do. That's it. Multiple airdrops on sponsor Bitunix. Hell yeah. So guys, I do got to say here, new exchange, exclusive exchange sponsor Bitunix, absolutely amazing. So, no shade to Femex. They are good people. They treated me well. But couple things. Since they got hit with the MiCA regulations, you cannot sign up for Femex as an American unless you get a PAL ID and you have to renew it for $250 every 6 months. You have to use a VPN. You kind of got to jump through all these regulatory hoops to to trade on that platform. And that's lame. That's lame. So, but Bitunix, you don't need a VPN. You don't have to KYC. Right here in America, make an account, no VPN, no KYC. And if you go to futures, you look at Bitcoin, and we'll look at the volume here. Back on Femex, I would say any chart with more than 10 million in volume would be good to target for altcoins, so you can get in and out of large trades. You need that volume because, like, sometimes, because I want to trade like the coins I want to trade, but sometimes I could not trade those coins because there wasn't enough volume. There wasn't enough money on the order books. 10 million was my number on Femex. Guys, you scroll all the way down here on Bitunix. Even Sand has 34 million. Algorand has 36 million. You can trade any chart and it has the money on the order book to clear. The bottom, oh my God. You can scroll all the way down the list. All the way down the list. And there's volume there. Like, you get my point. Literally, what's less than SNX has 9.8 million. POL 10.75 million. But you get my point. There's so much volume. Even coins above 100 million. Starting virtual cake, VVV, AVAX, me, Ondo, Peanut, 140 million. Link. You get my point. Fartcoin has 213 million, guys. There, no VPN, no KYC, hella good liquidity. Bitunix. Link down below in the description. I will be doing monthly giveaways based off Bitunix. You have to have a UID number from my link to receive the giveaways because I'm sending them from the platform themselves. It will be a requirement. If you're in the Telegram group, I would appreciate if you jump ship because all the charts you'll be getting, all the things that trades I'll be executing will be on Bitunix moving forward. If you're not in the Telegram group and you're about to join it, you will be required to sign up for Bitunix under my link to gain admission to the Telegram group, similar to what I did for Femex back when you could still trade as an American before they got hit with the MiCA regulations. Hopefully, I think Trump will fix things. Hopefully, that they will be able to get over that hoop. But they were really good to me. But I was unable to continue that relationship because I need to be able to accommodate for American traders. No shade against the people at Femex. They're great people. They're good people running a good exchange. But I need to accommodate American traders. And on Bitunix, no VPN, no KYC, hella good liquidity. Click the link down below in the description. I am contractually required on my live stream to do at least 1 or 2 live trades on my live stream. So y'all in the Telegram group, I'm going to say in the Telegram group, because if I start a stream, I might sometimes I'll start a trade on the stream. Sometimes the trade will have already started when the stream starts. In the Telegram group, when these trades start, I'm going to click the button here and I'm going to say in the Telegram group, I just long SWI. I just shorted Bitcoin. Right or wrong, up or down, love it or hate it. I'm going to post it. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing. So, hey, sign up for Bitunix, man. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good giveaways there. And I want you guys to be able to get in that for sure. Sorry, I haven't checked the Dwarf Dennis. Will you be going to the Eagles parade, man? I wish I was going to the Eagles parade, bro, but no, I won't be there. I was at the game though. I was at the game in the 4th row. I really can't be upset. Tristan Gage, $10 super chat. I have paid for the year, I guess, talking about the Telegram group, and I've made $10,000 from you with listening and using proper mismanagement. It's paid for itself tenfold, 100K in 2025. I will be a grogger till I die because of you. Thank you, Tristan Gage. And guys, that right there is why I do crypto. Tristan Gage, you, my friend, you are the perfect example, the perfect poster child on why I do crypto. Guys, this stopped being about me a while ago. The day I refreshed my account and saw a 1 with a comma and 3 zeros, and then a comma with 3 more fucking zeros, that was the day it stopped being about AJ. I did it. I literally could not be happier. I've been taking insane chances, insane risk, and coming out on top. Crypto Face told me literally 3 days ago on the phone, bro, you don't miss. And I don't miss. I love this shit. I love it. I do this for a living, guys. And Tristan Gage, you are a guy that has been in my chat this whole time. You've been following my trades. You've been asking good questions. When you ask questions, you ask good questions. And you're a guy that's not, Tristan Gage isn't trying to, what can I do to get rich overnight? It's not about getting rich overnight. This is a lifestyle. This is something we eat, breathe, sleep, crypto. We do this. And you slowly build, you get more tools in your tool belt, and you're literally building a house of your financial freedom. And you get the key and you unlock the door to financial freedom systematically over time. Small trade. It's not about winning in $1 million trade. It's about winning a million consistent 2% trades. Again, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. That is the game. That is the game. And if you, and that's what I want to do. That's how I want to help people. I want to help people turn nothing into a lot. Turn 1,000 into 1,000,000. It's possible. I did it. And you can do it too. But you have to love this stuff. You have to want to do it. You have to don't get into crypto to avoid doing the work. You have to do the work. You have to believe. I missed a super chat from Desert Crypto. Where's the Desert Crypto super chat? Oh, Desert Crypto. Sorry, man. Thank Jada. AJ, when Discord for the trading group so we can have discussions and tutorial videos? He said there's a lot more possibilities to grow that Telegram. Hey, I think that's a fair question, man. That's totally a fair question. I honestly, bro, I don't really like Discord. I used to do Discord groups, like join other people's groups, and I always feel like I miss that app. Like I use Telegram a lot. I have a lot of like work conversations on Telegram, and like I don't really use Discord. I prefer Telegram. So I think, are there ways to make my Telegram group better than it is? Of course there are. And I'm open to suggestions. But you have to keep in mind, Desert, that I have been in everyone's Telegram group. Name a trader that has a group. I was in that group. I'm talking for years. I watched how everyone else did it. And I like what this guy did. I don't like what this guy did. I like this here, but I don't like this. And I created my group with my strategy. And it's important. And the reason I have my group the way it is kind of chat. If you want to ask specifically trading questions, specifically things about a specific chart, show your trade wins, show an idea that you have about a chart. Okay. That's why I make it photos only. You can type in a notepad, screenshot it, or you can comment under a photo you post. But I don't want a chat room. I don't want drama. I don't want blah, 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 blah. I want constructive stuff. And that's why I do it the way I do it, because it takes an extra step for people to say something. So when they say something, it needs to be meaningful. So I feel you, but I don't want a chat room. Okay. A trader, Chris BT, I forget it, BTC. He had a Telegram group that has since gone down from the 21 bull run. And I really like that about his group, because it was all good stuff. You didn't have to scroll through all the BS to get the stuff. The whole thing was the stuff, because his group wasn't a chat room. And I really like that about his group. In terms of tutorial videos and stuff like that, that's why I do members only, because my entire strategy is very clear in terms of if you follow the group and watch the members only. And there's also a Q&A section in every members only. Let's be honest. There's a Q&A section in every live stream, period. I answer everyone's questions, no problem. So that's why I do it the way I do it. In terms of actual how-to tutorial video stuff, obviously with everything that has happened, the schedule for the trading content I'm doing with Gareth has been pushed back, unfortunately. So, and actually it wasn't up to me. I was ready to go in January, and I had time plotted to do it in January. And then they said, hey, we need more time. And since then, all this has happened. And now I basically have to make content for a month, go to ETH Denver, do the thing in Miami with VeChain and Dana White and all that. And then from there, I'm basically moving. You know what I mean? So I need to figure out where we can even film that, that trading group, but it's not a trading group, but it's basically a 12-hour trading course. I don't know. That's something it's been a moving situation. I have to figure it out. LA 0346. What is the correct way of re-entering a trade if you get stopped out? Should you try? That's definitely a question for members only. Come back to members only. We already been going for an hour here. The answer to that question is literally like a half-hour answer, because each trade is different. There are trades that you get in that if you get stopped out, you should re-enter. And then there's trades you get out that you should not re-enter. And that all has everything to do with confluence and what time frame you're trading. So short answer is that if you're trading a 2-hour chart and you get stopped out, zooming into re-enter could get you in trouble. But if you're trading a 12-minute chart and you get stopped out and there's still confluence that works in your advantage, you should re-enter. If the confluence change or the volume changes or you're getting red dots or you're going from red to green or whatever, maybe you should not, maybe you should reverse. And that kind of has, it depends on, is this trade a swing or a scalp? If it's a swing, you probably shouldn't re-enter. If it's a scalp, what time frame are we looking at? And what conditions, what is the goal of the trade? What conditions are we trying to meet? Because sometimes if the scalp goes the wrong way, that might be the exact point to go the other direction. And that has everything to do with confluence of the trade. So, I mean, these are all things that I've talked about 100 times, but we could probably go through an example next members only. Bring that question back up next members only, because I would actually like to go through it with the chart itself. Am I still bullish on the graph? Yes. I don't feel that just because it underperformed on the last push up, I don't feel that project is now over. I think that project has a long way to go. I'm not giving up on it completely. Are Bitunix charts not tradable on TradingView? I'll have to look into that, Francesco. I just switched over like last week. I still have to do for that, work on that. Is the top in? What's going on? No, I don't think the top is in. I think that and I said this earlier in the show, looking even at Bitcoin, like similar to March of 2024, we had a run up. We went through the whole flag, right? And how long did this take? It took 238 days from here to Bitcoin getting to that level again. 238 days. That's how long it took. So what's 238 days from here? August 25. What about from this top? September 25. And what's September 25? Q3, Q4, 2025. The projected top of the crypto market based off the Bitcoin halving cycle. So is the top in for now? Yeah. Are we going to form some sort of flag situation similar to what we did in 2024? Maybe. Are we going to form, maybe some sort of like cup and handle situation up into that point? Maybe. Obviously no one can see the future, and if they pretend that they do, they're fucking lying to you. But we're going to struggle. We're going to, like, if we turn around from here and just go straight up, I would be beside myself. But I think that we're gonna have to get through the summer. We're gonna have to get through the summer to get to Q3, Q4. But and there is volume. What scares me, let me get rid of all the squiggles I just drew. All right. And what is kind of damning with Bitcoin is that look at the volume profile, man. We got big motherfucking low volume node right there. All right. And this is something we got to consider. So here's this top, the March top from 2024, 73,500. All right. And now here's our local bottom, our local wick bottom, actually our local candle body bottom. The local wick bottom is right here at 88.9. And then the local body of the candle is at 90,000. The problem is that look at the volume profile. There is nothing, and I mean nothing here. And if Bitcoin breaks this, we're going back down to 70s. If Bitcoin goes under 90,000, we are going to plummet through the 80s. Might take a week, might take a month, but we will. If we hit 89, we're going to 79. That's a bold statement, but I'm saying it because I have eyes, and look at that volume profile. The point of control is actually at 67,000. Not saying it's 100% got to go there, but we could hold the 90 level. We could hold this. But if we lose that, we are going down in an earlier round. And sugar, we're going down swinging. All right. So, and even if that happens, I still don't think that equals a bull run over. Like I said, like similar to the total chart, if we kind of do one of these, like we still have this uptrend. Bitcoin could fall overnight to 65,000 and technically still be in an uptrend. All right. And hey, like we said in 2021 and even the bull cycle before that, how many times did we have 30% dips on the way? So from this top, from our local all-time high, from Bitcoin's all-time high, which is also the local all-time high, a 30% dip would take us to 76,000. A 30% dip from our current price right now takes us to 66.6, which ironically, 30% from right here is exactly retesting this downtrend, this uptrend. All right. So guys, it could get worse before it gets better. But I think ultimately we are preparing for the spring to pull back, and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And when it shoots, we let go. We're going to rip into Q3, Q4, since when the bull run has always supposed to been anyway. So guys, there you go. Shout out to Crypto Copilot for joining the Grogger gang. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for becoming a member. We are going to be getting back on members only. I think I'm actually going to lower the price for members only to $1. I like members only because I want there to be a gate I want there to be a gap. I want people to put effort into it, because if they pay for it, they'll show up and pay attention. And I'm okay with smaller, more intimate classes. I'm fine with that. I do that because I want the people that want to be there for that type of information. So that's important to me. But hey, I do appreciate you becoming a member of the Grogger gang. C90 FTW. Hey man, I appreciate you for resubscribing. That means a lot to me. I'm always going to keep it 100% with all of you. I have nothing to lie about. And I think that's kind of the rewards of being a sober man and living a sober lifestyle, making sober decisions. Is that I have nothing to hide. There is no dirt on me. I face my problems head on. I am forward about everything. I have nothing to hide. Do I like talking about the ramifications of the mental health thing and the break fallout with Ben and TJ? No, I don't. It's not I want to talk about crypto. I started my own channel to talk about crypto. I am not the drama channel. I am not the drama guy. If you want to see people beef on Twitter, I'm not the follow for you on Twitter. I'm going to talk about the projects I like. I'm going to talk about the charts I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about opportunities I think that are opportunities for people to make money in crypto. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I did. That's what I'm doing. Ada Warrior, $5 super chat. With all the information coming out on the collaboration of Microsoft and Trump, Musk, does your ADA prediction change? I think that's something I could look at. That's something I could look at for sure. I haven't. I did a Cardano price prediction, I think about a year ago. It was one of the best performing videos I ever did on this channel. That was ironically 2 or 3 months into the inception creation of this channel. I think that's something I could revisit. I've always been bullish on Cardano. I have always held, a good amount of Cardano. Is it 20% of my portfolio? No. But is it 6, 7, 8% of my portfolio? Bet your bottom dollar. I have always liked Cardano. I've always liked Charles. I've always liked the ecosystem, and I will always want exposure to it in a bull run setting for sure. But with information changing, I don't have a problem maybe going back and revisiting some price predictions. I am going to get back into doing more of a full-time content schedule, especially once we get moved out to the West Coast and I kind of settle down and I can just have time to just do nothing but content and really plug back in. Obviously I will be doing a solid push back into, consistent videos. I'm kind of all over the damn place right now, and I apologize for that, but it comes with the territory. I traveled because of contractual obligations. So, at least, I'm putting food on the table. I'm providing for my family. I'm providing, for my baby girl that's going to be born in June. So, that's what has to be important to me. And I'm sure you guys understand that. Okay. Well, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate each and every one of you. I will not be revisiting. If you missed any of this stream, I said what I'm going to say in this stream. If you jumped into this stream late and you're asking questions, go back and watch it. I told the version of the truth I'm comfortable telling now. I cleared up the bribe money. I never stole from Ben. That is a gross interpretation. That is frankly a lie. Actually, out of curiosity, I did consult legal counsel. I do have screenshots and the recorded video of all the tweets he said about me and the video he made about me. And I'm looking at the computer screen that he came into my office and Hulk smashed. I could sue him if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. That's not my bag. But I did do some homework and talk to a lawyer just to see if I could, just to see what I had. And I could. But that's not what I do. That's not what I do. I'm not going to do that. I don't care to do that. But it's kind of just like, hey, man, that was kind of, illegal. Like, you can't do that. Clap, 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 clap. You can't do, that. There's that. I told my story. I also did say that obviously there is more to the story that I'm not going to talk about. Unfortunately, every breakup with Ben has been dirty. It's, he look at the one with him and Wendy, for example. That was completely uncalled for. The breakups have been dirty, and I don't want this one to get worse than it already has been. But I'm not going to. I said what I said. I stand by what I said. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to lie about. But if it gets worse, I am going to have to play the rest of the cards I have. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. And honestly, I care about his mental health. I hope he gets the help he needs. Hurt people, hurt people. You could decide, guy. I think this is a lesson for everyone. This is a lesson for everyone. You could spend the next year and a half focusing on the past, trying to recreate the past. Go to Barnes & Noble, grab the book, The Great Gatsby, and read the last paragraph of that book. Let's do it. Let's just do it. One second. Here it is. Here it is. Let me move my dumb head to the top. And I sat there brooding on the old unknown world. I thought of Gatsby's wonder when he first picked out the green light at the end of Daisy's dock. He had come a long way to this blue lawn, and his dream must have seemed so close that he could hardly fail to grasp it. He did not know that it was already behind him, somewhere back in that vast obscurity beyond the city where the dark fields of the Republic rolled on under the night. Gatsby believed in the green light, the organic future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then, but that's no matter. Tomorrow we will run faster, stretch out our arms further, and one fine morning. So we beat on, boats against the current, born back ceaselessly into the past. That's it. That's the line. So we beat on, boats against the current, born back ceaselessly into the past. 2025 is a decision for each and every one of you. Are you going to be a victim? Are you going to be a victim? Are you going to point fingers and blame and yell and kick and scream about why you're not successful? Are you going to beat on with your boat against the current, ceaselessly into the past? Or are you going to look forward and absorb as much information as humanly possible? Are you going to outwork the next person so you form an edge on the market? And are you going to exploit that edge again and again, rinse and repeat, and make a living for yourself? Live in the past, be a victim, push forward, make a living. The decision is yours. Get rich or get wrecked. I love you guys. See you tomorrow.